Hi, and welcome back to my channel. I thought while I'm working on this diamond painting, it's quite early in the morning. It's about, what time is it? 6:25. And I want to talk to you about the video I made when I was feeling upset and what my feelings have, how my feelings have changed or progressed, or how I've worked through those feelings over the last 2 days. Now, the first thing, oh, and I have my iPad here so that it's right here for easy reference as I talk to you about the things that are on my mind right now. Now, the first thing that I wanted to mention is that sometimes, I guess in my case, I'm only speaking for me, when I get overwhelmed with my own emotions, the chemical imbalance in my brain, I can become very short-sighted. And I say that because we had a timely talk at the Kingdom Hall yesterday that I needed to hear. A timely Bible talk, and it was titled, "Do You Really Matter to God?" And one thing that I appreciated about that talk is that no matter how man views us, we do matter to the creator of this life that we live, the world that we live in, everything. And I just needed to hear that. Now, with that in mind, I wanted to go into YouTube Studio and open up the comments for that video. And then I want to tell you something good after I do that. So let's go back. I'm just tapping my screen, trying to bring up the main dashboard. Excuse me, the main dashboard on. Okay, so I am there. So I'm going to start from the first comment. I think I got 13. And I don't usually read comments from my channel, but I was given such encouragement that I want to honor everybody who commented. Now, I won't tell you who commented because I want to respect everybody's privacy, but obviously if I read the comments you can find out who it was, so I guess I'm really not respecting folks' privacy, but alright. So the first comment I got was from my sister Ari. Oh, I just said I wasn't going to tell you who helped me. Oh my goodness gracious. It's too early in the morning for me. It's only 6:25. The first comment I got was, "You're not alone. 6 planets are in retrograde." And I know that there's some truth to that because we're affected by what happens around us. And one example that I don't understand that, the planets being in retrograde, I've never looked that up. I've never ever looked that up. But the only way that I can understand that without researching it is with my fibromyalgia. If the barometer falls, the inflammation and the pain is so bad that I am pretty much driven to bed. That's a change in the environment that, due to weather. I can't explain it. Like I said, I haven't looked it up. I haven't researched it. So I do know that there are other factors that affect how we feel. So I'm going to accept that response right there. I know maybe one day I'll research it, but just simply by virtue of the fact that when the barometer falls, it affects my fibro, I'll accept that comment. Sorry, there's a big truck driving by. Then I get another comment that says, "You are not alone." Second one that said I am not alone. It says, "Look at FlossTube 2. I've had a channel since 2011 and my views are in the low 200s and I can't try to adapt to the in crowd." And that was something that I felt was holding me back, is that I'm too different than popular YouTubers. But let me go on. And yes, I'm paraphrasing them. Then I had a couple of comments that said, "Robin, do you? There's nothing wrong with your channel or content. Most of those big channels don't respond to comments, or they choose to respond only to those who they've developed a relationship with. Let it continue to be fun for you. Now, I love that. Let it continue to be fun for you. And that kind of comes up in a future comment that I'll mention. And I have to remember that. This is a hobby. This isn't a paid job. And it needs to bring me joy. And it has been bringing me joy. Don't get me wrong. I just let myself get into a certain mindset that day. And do I regret making that video? No, I don't. I don't, because it helped me to process through some emotions. The next one was, Robin, do what makes you happy and others will come. Don't do it to please others, and don't pander to any of the hot topics of the moment, because you will offend someone in these times. Oh boy, do I agree with that. I am not going to pander to the hot topics. I am too much of a rebel. You know, here I am, a Christian, and I'm calling myself a rebel. I've never ever wanted to be like the crowd from youth on up. So I love that comment right there. The next one I got is, don't let anyone take away your shine. And I'm going to elaborate on that comment as I get closer to the end of this video. Just remember that comment. Don't let anyone take away your shine. Another one says that she loves my reviews and she chooses her reading based on my cozy murder recommendations. So go tell them to jump, stay where you are, you're perfect. Thank you for that. I am going to comment on these personally on my channel, but I just wanted to talk about them here. Then I have a new subscriber that says, I just love you. I listen to your reviews while working and it has helped my Audible wish list. You are enviably organized, multi-skilled, creative, and just a lovely soul. Do not let impersonal corporate nonsense bring you down or change your approach. She's sending me love. Couple book review comments, and then another comment that says, what makes you feel lighter? The idea of taking a break for a few days or the idea of continuing to read? Do what gives you the most peace. That was something that I saw the day or day after I made that video. So that particular day after I made that video, I did go back to bed like I said I would. I had the TV on. I just watched things like Survivor, Amazing Race, and MasterChef. I didn't watch any television series. At least I haven't yet. I don't know if I will watch some TV today, but that's what I did that day. And I caught up. I finished with I finished MasterChef, and I watched the first episodes of Survivor and Amazing Race. And then after I watched those shows, I did get up later that day in Diamond Paint and read another book. So even though I didn't take a full 24 hours, I did take 5 or 6 hours to just let the TV on, and I played some word games, and I did have some time to regroup. Another comment is, she loves my channel and it's down-to-earth reviews, not flash hype for entertainment, and my subscribers will grow. I love this one. Don't you dare bleach your hair or lighten your skin. That might have been disrespectful for me to say that, and I apologize if I offended anybody by that. I truly apologize for that. And she said, it really isn't about the likes. I know it's frustrating, but hang in there. You're not doing anything wrong. They have a different approach, or they're focusing on YA fantasy, which does attract a lot of readers. Now, I have read some YA fantasy. I've read Alona Andrews, and I really enjoy. I read one entire series of hers and a couple of books in another series of hers. I think the Kate Daniels series, if I'm not mistaken, is the second one that I'm reading. I just don't love it. I have read, what is that series where it's a princess? It's like 5 or 6 books. It's like the Selection, and it's the Selection series, I believe. So there are some beautiful series that I have loved, but it's just not my main focus. And then this last comment here says, Robin, why are you doing videos? If you're not doing them for big stats, then those view numbers don't matter. What am I doing this for? I'm doing this because I love to read, and I love to share what I have gotten from these books with anybody that is, interested in what I have to say. And I appreciate that. I do. I really appreciate that comment because I have to remember why I'm doing this. And let me tell you, I'm not going to lie, even though I have read maybe 4 or 5 or even 6 books since I made that video, I did think about whether or not I wanted to continue on my channel. But guess what? I do. I really do want to continue. And I am going to appreciate everybody that watches me and just enjoy whoever it is that gets to the point where I will get a message, Robin, you're breaking my bank because I can't stop buying books. There's one watcher who's in a different country on a different continent, and I can't even imagine what the exchange rate is for the books that she buys. And I believe that particular reader only reads hardcover novels. So yeah, that's why I'm doing it, is to help other readers to find books that they know that they will enjoy. That reader that said that she chooses her books based on my cozy mystery recommendations. And if you follow me, you know how much I enjoy cozy mysteries. And I can't get enough of them. So yeah, that makes me happy. Now, this video is not going to be long because I need to finish a book and read another book, because there's a book that I just got that will be out tomorrow, and that's the segue that I wanted to do in this video. Now, I got an email. Let's see what time this email came in. I don't know if it tells me the time. I don't know. Okay, 5:54 a.m. 30 minutes ago. 30 minutes ago, I got this video. Okay? I got this email 30 minutes ago. Okay? This email explains why that publisher took that stand and didn't grant me not just the book that I wanted, but every book that they offer on their site. And she said that basically, and I agree with this comment, ARC's advanced reader copies are given in exchange for reviews. If a person has a 50, 55, 60% feedback ratio, then they're only reading 6 out of 10 of those books that they're getting for free. And that's me. I'm sorry, I just hit the mic. I'm not reading 100% of what I read. On NetGalley, I have literally read 57% of what they have given me. But in my own defense, if needed, and I don't know if I think I shared these stats, but I'll share them again if I didn't. Or if well, anyway, on NetGalley I have 1,425 reviews. That will change today because I do have about 3 or 4 reviews I'll be writing. On my blog I have 1,921. So there's a 500 book discrepancy between my blog and NetGalley. So why do I have a backlog on NetGalley if I've got nearly 2,000 reviews on my blog? Well, that's because I am a series reviewer. I read all connected books. So if I get book 6 in a series, I will go to Hoopla, Overdrive, Scribd, or Audible, or Kindle Unlimited. I have 4 or 5 different reliable sources so that I can grab books 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then read and review book 6. In a lot of those cases, I will do series reviews. I will literally, like, I'll just show you how I hadn't planned on this, so therefore it's not ready. But if I go to I'll go to my channel, my blog. Okay, this is my blog, and this is the book review for yesterday, September 25th, taken before dawn. Now, if I go to my what are they called? My labels. If I bring up series review, I've done 54 series reviews. Okay, so if I click that, I'll just bring up whatever the most recent one is. I don't know if I clicked it. Let me tap it again. Okay, so the most recent one, and there's 54 of these, is the Arrangement Trilogy by Kirsten Modglin. So what I do is I make a screenshot of the books that are going to be in the review, and then I review the first book, the second book, and the third book. Then I make a video and I talk about the author and I provide links. I did it again with the Beth Haldane series. There were 7 books. Now I did not create a screenshot because this was a blog tour, but you can see that there are 7 books. And what did it do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all in one review. If I go to older posts, I just show you 1 or 2 more. This one I didn't put 2 screenshots in. I mean, I didn't combine screenshots, but I did 2 because I did Dolores Fawson's Spring at Saddle Run, but I also did in the same book review video Colts Creek by Dolores Fawson. Last one I'll show you is the Piper Blackwell series by Jean Rabe, and that was, I guess, 3 titles. But I don't know why I don't have 3 individual book covers. I don't remember. This was before I was making videos on my individual book reviews. Last but not least, I'll just show you one more. Anne Cleeve's The Long Call and The Heron's Cry. So I I made a screenshot, and then I have books 1 and book 2. So that's one way I do it. The other way I do it is I will read and review the individual books to the tune of having a 500 book discrepancy between my blog and NetGalley. And since I do have my tablet right here, I'll show you 2 more things. So if we go over to here, you see, well, I said 1921, there's 1,924. Another way you can see this is by my stats. 1,896 posts. So what's the difference between 1896 and 1924? Is those are all drafts. And when I say they're drafts, I have 23 drafts right now. So I've published 1,896. I have 23 in draft format and 5 scheduled. You see that? So that 1896 published, 23 drafts, 5 scheduled. What are those scheduled ones? September 25th, September 24th, okay. No, I have more. Oh, they're not in the right order. Well, anyway, let's go. We'll click this. If I click scheduled, I have November 1st, October 4th, October 2nd, October 1st, and then tomorrow, Tuesday. So I do have some upcoming ones that are all ready to rock. They're just ready to go. Like if I click the one for November 1st, The Prisoner by B.A. Paris, if we preview that, this will go on my blog November 1st without any further action from me. It's all ready to go. So I have that, and then the last thing I'll show you, well, there's 2 more things I want to show you, is if we go to my NetGalley, you will see my stats are 57%, which is not good, and I have 1,425 feedback. So that's a almost 500 book review difference because of me doing series, and not just series, but audio review copies, print copies, and widgets that are sent to me from publishers that don't use NetGalley. And then the last thing I'll show you is that the 2 books that I wanted, Mystery in Province, this is what triggered that video. She sent it to me. And then the other one that I really was hoping to get was 6 Ripley Avenue by Noelle Holton. And she just sent me these at 5:54 this morning. And the last thing she said is, ask me for certain titles. I always review and send them a widget. I would encourage you to get in touch with me directly, and I can send you widgets on an individual basis. So, that matter has been settled to my satisfaction. Now, something that I wanted to talk about regarding me as a blogger, a book reviewer, as somebody that consumes so many books. Was I presumptuous by expecting them to say yes, which I am so thankful they did, and I did email her back right away and thank her for the books. And as soon as I finish with the book I'm reading right now, which I think I'm 60% done, I will be reading Noelle Holton's book so that I can make that video and get it up for publication date, which is tomorrow. Now, do they have to give me books? No, they don't. And because they don't have to give me books, as I mentioned, I use Overdrive, Hoopla, Scribd, Kindle Unlimited, and Audible. So I have ways to get books. I just won't always get them before publication date. When I get them from Scribd, Audible, Hoopla, Overdrive, or Kindle Unlimited, 9 times out of 10, they get reviewed anyway. They just don't get reviewed ahead of schedule. So, if I was presumptuous by feeling hurt, then I do apologize. But I have to kind of be kind to myself to a degree, because I know how triggered little things can trigger. Little things. And not saying that that decline was a small thing, but because I had been having night terrors for the last several days, I have to admit that that was triggering to me. Will I stay humble in this? I hope so. I hope I stay humble. I hope I did not show any pride by making that video. I hope that I didn't, well, I know I didn't lose anybody, because I think I got like 8 new subscribers since I made that video. So hopefully I didn't put a bad taste in anybody's mouth. But I take this very, very seriously. As a matter of fact, let's do one more thing. I said it was going to be a short video, but we're going to do one more thing. I don't know how much of this I can do. That was the Hallmark movie schedule. If you guys watch Hallmark Christmas movies, let me know. I can send you the schedule. If I go to my Facebook, and I'm very active on Facebook. Okay, so I got a few comments, and we're going to not put them on screen so I don't call anybody out. And one of my commenters said she would have messaged the author, which I did, but I contacted them around 4:30 on Friday, but they're in the UK, so 4:30 on Friday was about 9:30, so I did not expect to hear back from anybody until today. So as soon as I woke up and checked my email, voila, I heard from them, and it was a positive answer. So if I had not been so emotional, I might have waited until today to see if I would reach anybody versus dealing with, just an automatic rejection. But I didn't. I made the video as an emotional response. Then someone mentions how she feels that I'm a very prolific reviewer, and the ratio can be hurtful to people that are very, very active. And then a couple other authors commented, but I'm not gonna read those. But I just want to say that I love what I do. It's not a paid job. I'm not punching the clock, but what I am doing is devoting hours and hours and hours to the craft of book reviewing. And I read a book called Did Not Finish by Nicola Marsh last week, and that particular character was an editorial reviewer, and her books could make or break an author, or screw with their success, or affect their next contract. Well, I don't have a role like that. I'm doing this as a hobby, but it's something that I look at more than just a hobby. I look at it as my livelihood. I look at it as something that is very serious, very important, and I'm very dedicated to it. Now, if I was not in the health that I am in, I would be at a job punching a clock, showing the same kind of dedication that I show for something I love, because when I did work, I was very, very, very prolific in what I did as an employee. So now that I am homebound and disabled, I have found something that fills my time. And being able to share what I love by means of my blog and my channel it's a bonus. It's a true bonus. And so I want to thank everybody that watched that video. I want to thank everybody that commented either on my blog, personally, on my Facebook page, and in my comment section here on YouTube. I want to thank all of you. And I want to end this video by saying that I need to remember that even if I'd never reach a popularity like many, many other booktubers, it's not about popularity. It's not about views. It's not about likes. I need to remember that I matter to God. That's the most important thing. And just stay true and authentic. Stay authentic and just show my passion the way that I've been showing it. And if the more viewers come, that's great. And if it's the central viewership that I have now that continues with me through every video, then I will show gratitude for my regular subscribers. And of course, I am thankful for the newer subscribers, but I will continue to show gratitude for those faithful regular subscribers and commenters. So I want to thank you for this. Oh, I want to tell you something good. I cross-stitched yesterday. It's in my room. I should have brought it in here to show you. But I'm working on my temperature tree, and I had to do July, August, and September. So yesterday I did July, and I've decided that every Sunday after my meeting, I will do a month. So next Sunday I will do August. The following Sunday I will do September. And then hopefully I'll be caught up for October, and then I won't be behind. So today I do plan on working on Carolyn Manning's Bear Tracks. I missed that one, so that's the one that I want to work on. It's on black fabric, and that is also in my bedroom. But I did cross stitch for the first time in several months, so I just wanted to share that. So I know that some of these drills aren't going down straight, but that's okay, because I will use my handy dandy straightener tool when I finish the section, and that way when I'm ready to call this painting to a close, it will be perfectly straight. So don't mind anything that you see crooked, it will be rectified. Alright, so I'm going to call this video to a close. I want to thank everybody that responded over the weekend, and I will make individual responses back to those who commented on this channel. And I want to thank the publisher for allowing me to have those arcs that I really wanted, and I will make them proud by showing honor to those authors and getting word out there about their books. So thank you for watching, and I will be back with more. Bye bye.